Hi, it's Dwyer, gamblersadvisory.com, dwyersportsbetting.com. Look us up here for monthly subscriptions to sports picks in the Dwyer Sports Betting YouTube channel. Right? We're also on Roku. The channel there is Dwyer Boxing and Sports News. On iTunes, one word, Dwyer Boxing News. Remember, the opinion you should follow should be your own. Just consider this video to be a second opinion from a complete stranger online. You know, this forum's an interactive forum, and it's very important that we get future matchups right. I gave you bad information yesterday, right? I still believe you need to fade Peyton Manning in the playoffs for a host of reasons. I do not see the Denver Broncos making it out of the AFC. I do view Peyton Manning as a guy who, at this stage in his career, is somewhat overrated, doesn't have above average arm strength. In fact, there are many pundits, Greg Cosell, for example, among them, who believe he has below average arm strength, right? I see holes in the Denver Bronco attack. I think the storm cloud should have you proceeding with caution with regard to the Denver Broncos. Now, that said, Joe Wathan responded to my earlier video here on YouTube, which was posted yesterday, where I made the argument that both the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens would be very tough matchups for the Denver Broncos. Right? Wathan has pointed out correctly that if Baltimore wins the Steeler game, then there would be reseeding in the AFC. And Baltimore's next opponent would not be the Denver Broncos. It would be the New England Patriots in New England. Right? That's significant. You need to consider that. Because if Baltimore beats Pittsburgh in this weekend's wildcard game, the Broncos would catch a break. Because they would then play the winner of the Bengals against the Colts, and both Andy Dalton and Andrew Luck, simply put, are unproven in the playoffs, right? I know Andrew Luck beat KC last year. What I want you to do is to count the interceptions in that game. Look at Luck's first half of that KC game. Also count the interceptions in Luck's subsequent game against the New England Patriots, right? So keep a close eye on that Steeler versus Baltimore game, because that's going to determine a lot. If the Pittsburgh Steelers win as the 3 seed, they necessarily would play the Denver Broncos, the 2 seed, in the next round of the playoffs. Right? Just understand, though, that if Baltimore beats the Steelers, then Baltimore would go to New England, and the Denver Broncos would then play the winner of Cincinnati at Indianapolis. Understand, too, the Indianapolis Colts cannot run the ball. Trent Richardson, let's be blunt, he's a bust in the NFL. Right? Understand, too, that the Colts are an indoor team. They would be, of course, playing outdoors. Right? So there are different dynamics you need to consider. I just want to make sure all of us are on the same page and that we get this point right. To Joe Wathan, I say thank you. You were correct, sir, in your analysis of the matchups. Let me know what you think. If there are any other further comments you want to make about the possibility of the Broncos playing the winner of Cincinnati at Indy, or of New England playing against the Baltimore Ravens should Baltimore knock off Pittsburgh, or of Pittsburgh's chances against Denver in Denver, right? Understand, if Pittsburgh beats Baltimore, then New England would play the winner of Cincinnati at Indy, right? Let us know your thoughts on any of the aforementioned matchups. Thanks for stopping by.